All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. Salutations. All that good stuff. We are literally 6 minutes away from the Dynasty deep dive for EA Sports College Football 25. It's about to get real, man. So let's go ahead and cue this up on the screen. Man, oh man. So yeah, we've been all waiting for this all week, really all month. Super excited, man. We did a little breakdown on one of the images that was leaked yesterday for the recruiting page. One of the images got leaked yesterday, man. So we broke it down, knocked a little video out last night. Be more in the building. What's good, man? Yes, sir. We are here. Let me know who you're running with, man, in this college football series. I gotta know who you're gonna run a dynasty with, bro. But we here, man. It's go time. It's go time. So let me look at this video. Let me see. We're 4 minutes away now, guys. So yeah, super excited. Make sure, let me throw a little poll up for you guys, man. I'm kind of starting just willy-nilly, man. I really didn't get everything organized yet, but we in this building, man. I'm ready to see the information they're gonna drop, particularly in season and off season. What will we see that's brand new? So shout out to everybody in the room, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. We weathered the storm. Understand, we weathered the storm, fellas, to get this information. And long time coming, man. So let me see. Let me throw a poll up for this morning. Let me see. What kind of info? You know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on the poll. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna let this video rock first, right? We'll let the video rock. We'll run it back probably a few times, and then we'll open up that deep dive article that EA Sports is gonna write up, or is gonna post today that they wrote up, and we're just gonna read it live, man. Through it. Y'all see, I got the confetti, man, because it's like a holiday. Today's like a holiday for me. But so it's time, man. There we go. Just making sure I'm organized. I had to jump on last minute. I'm like, man, we're 2 minutes away. 2 minutes away from the premiere of the Dynasty Deep Dive. Once again, happy Tuesday to everybody. Hope everybody's well. I really need to run and get me another water. So I'll do that while the video's playing. But all we can do is count it down, man. Make sure I got this. Let's see, we got this. In a rack. There we go. There we go. 60 seconds. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. It's big news right here, man. This the one. I hope I'm not hyping it up too much, but I don't even care. I'm hyped. Gators fan, okay. Yes, sir. I was gonna say you gotta rep Maryland, bro. Can I increase the bit rate? What's good, David? Is how's the quality? I think the quality should be. Oh, you're saying the size of the video? You know what? I can actually just for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna make it full screen. How about that? Throw this up at the top. How about that? What's good, David, man? I know you hype, bro. I know you're hype. We in here, man. So once it gets going, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this music down as soon as this starts up. 5. You know, it's like a little 2-minute countdown that usually starts. I might even hide my camera. I'm trying to see everything. I'm not trying to block any kind of view that may be coming up on the screen. So that's what it was. Okay, yeah. Now I feel you. Yeah, you know, I try to make my aesthetics a certain way, man, but we'll just go full screen for now. Yes, sir. David, who'd you say you were running with, man? Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, fellas, go ahead and mute my microphone.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here with EA Sports College Football 25, back for another deep dive. This time we're talking about everyone's favorite mode, Dynasty. Online Dynasty in College Football 25 can accommodate up to 32 teams, and you can play with friends for up to 30 seasons. Today we'll take a closer look at the new 12-team college football playoff, recruiting, the transfer portal, and a ton of customization options to make your program unique. College football has seen seismic changes over the past few years. And in EA Sports College Football 25, you can experience this new landscape while building your program the way you want. The 2024 season marks the debut of the new 12-team college football playoff, and you can play it first in the game months before the real thing. You could be the first coach to lead your school through the new 12-team playoff and hoist the college football playoff trophy. Recruiting is the lifeblood of college football, and in a world of unlimited transfers, managing your dynasty roster has never been more important. Evaluate your needs and opportunities for talent upgrades at the start of each season. The best way to build a powerhouse is to recruit through the high school ranks. So let's fill up your recruiting board. Each year, over 3,500 high school recruits are generated from all over the country, with certain regions representing real-world hotspots for blue-chip talent, like South Florida and Metro Atlanta. Do research to find recruits that best fit your program and determine who you can realistically land. A recruit's interest in your school is decided by 14 different pitch grades like proximity to home, playing time, and brand exposure. So you'll need to discover how your program's pitch grades align with your recruit's desires, in addition to scouting for talent. Some players have a deal breaker requirement, and if your program cannot provide, the recruit will lock you out. Deal breakers also drive a player's decision to enter the transfer portal. Monitor at-risk players and get one last chance to convince your favorites to stay. Track your recruits as they narrow down their top schools. Pitch a prospect to gain more interest, and then set up school visits when the timing is right. It's crucial to remain in their top 10, then 8, then 5, to finally be part of their top 3. As a recruit trims down to the top 8, you can attempt to increase your appeal. If your school doesn't have exactly what the prospect is looking for, you can try to sway their opinion in your favor. Plan visits that elevate a recruit's experience, like pairing a quarterback visit with a wide receiver visit at the same time. It's crucial to keep an eye on the transfer portal when it opens in the offseason to round out your roster with talent you couldn't land from recruiting. Add portal prospects to your board just like you would with recruiting, but expect quick decisions as transfers have a shorter timeline to land a new home. Conference realignment is a hot topic in college football. And with custom conferences in EA Sports College Football 25, Dynasty is yours to control. See what a 20-team super conference might look like, or revert to the traditional conference alignment. Shape the conference size and membership and set custom conference rules, set up divisions, and more. Once you've settled your conference options, it's time to select your team. Begin with a highly ranked team and dominate at the top with repeat recruiting and playoff success. Or build from the ground up with a smaller program and prove you have what it takes to go from an unknown to postseason favorite. We can't talk about your dynasty without talking about your starting job. Start as an offensive or defensive coordinator and climb the ranks to head coach, or take over a program as the head coach right away. Choose from one of the 3 base coaching types to start. Your coach type will determine what coaching skill tree you start with. From there, the abilities you acquire as you progress will determine what kind of coach you develop into. Unlock additional skill trees with better abilities. Or, if you build up multiple skill trees, you can unlock hybrid trees that leverage a more diverse skill set. The coaching carousel is an important part of every coach's journey. Whether you're the head man at your dream school or working your way up, the carousel is your way of fielding offers from other programs. Head coaches in Dynasty can actively manage their coordinator positions. So if one of your staff takes a job elsewhere, or you decide to cut ties for other reasons, you can use the carousel to replace them. Remember, even the greatest coaches need support, and every coach has a unique skill tree. It's important to think about how you want to build your staff, whether that's doubling down on your existing strengths to max out your benefits or seeking out balance for a well-rounded staff. Choose wisely. The decisions you make here will matter to your program's success and your coach's progression. The benefits of coach talents are stackable, so if your head coach and defensive coordinator have the same ability, the impact for that ability will be greater. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into Dynasty mode in EA Sports College Football 25. To make it game day every day this season, pre-order the MVP bundle.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, there it is. I don't even know what to say right now, guys.
Mark Robinson has said, if you get pregnant, it's not your body anymore.
I'm a little lost for words, man. There was so much to absorb in that one video. Nonetheless, we're about to go to, I want to play it again, but I feel like it's so much to uncover. I don't even know where to really start other than, let's see if they've already got the deep dive article already up. Should be super helpful to understand that there's going to be a lot more under the hood information, most likely given to us on the deep dive article. Let's see, Dynasty deep dive. I can pull this up as well, so we can all take a look at it. It's a gameplay deep dive. Let's see, news and media, game modes. Nope, so we don't have it up yet. Let me see. I may have to Google it. Crazy, man. How y'all feel about that deep dive trailer, man? How y'all feel about that, man? So, my boy Baltimore B Moore says, my only question, I wonder if they set up the conference assets as changeable when you switch conferences or use custom conferences. I'm a realism fanatic, so it would bother me if they don't change. So you're saying conference assets in terms of like the logos? Is that what you mean, B More? Zaire, what's up, man? Happy Tuesday, bro. You said interesting. Yeah, hey, listen, very interesting. I think, you know, the fact that we're about to have this article up, it's going to have a lot more information, of course. If there's, 4 times the amount of information that was given in the gameplay deep dive infused into the Dynasty, I'm very sure we're going to see a lot more that wasn't spoken about. For example, if I change UFA, okay, you put an example there. SEC, Pac-12, everything in my stadium, Jersey ACC. Yeah, I think they've changed that. I think they have that in the game. Be more. I definitely think they have that already. But I'm Googling now to see if we have the deep dive article up. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll pull my, is that it? No, that's not it. Okay. So it may not be up yet. Let's go to IGN and see. Let's go to IGN and see. What a trailer though, man. I mean, of course they had things that I believe we already expected and anticipated to be there, but I was thinking more so of, I just think reading the article for me is going to do it. You know what I'm saying? That, of course, what are they going to fit into, 6-minute time of, how long was this video? 6 minutes? Yeah, it's a 6-minute video. You know what I mean? Like 7-minute video. Let's see. Nope, this isn't it either. So I'm going to run this. I'm actually going to run back the trailer a few more times. I'm just downloading that video from their YouTube. But shout out to everybody in the room, man. Let me know your thoughts about, let's see, poll Q&A. Yeah, let's see. Let me see. Let me know your thoughts about the trailer. Let's see. About the Dynasty deep dive trailer. But yeah, man, so we're here to see what nuances they have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't have the article up yet, guys. So we're just gonna have to kind of chill and just kind of watch this trailer one more time. I think that's the main thing, is absorbing what we can from that. Top chat, there we go. So Zaire, you said you're gonna be an OC for a year at Bama and take a head coaching job at a small school. Okay. You know what? I think that's actually smart, because depending on how you perform and your team performs, you may be able to level up quicker. Who knows? And then you'll be like a high-level coach at a small school. So that would be pretty dope, man. I think it's actually a good strategy. It might be like a meta style strategy to take. All right, so we're about to load up this video one more time so you guys can see it. swap this one out for this. Downloads. Man. What's crazy is it's like trying to watch it and stream at the same time doesn't really allow me to be as focused as I usually am by myself. But being able to watch it at least like 2 or 3 more times is always something that you miss. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. Episode. What's the name of it? Videos. Okay, there we go. I see it. All right, let's turn the beat down a little bit. Let's go back to it again. Let me see. Oh, that's not it. It's all right, let me make sure this is up. Presentation monitor off. Output.
Dynasty.
Right,
Online.
Start it over again. Start it over. Here we go.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here with EA Sports College Football 25, back for another deep dive. This time we're talking about everyone's favorite mode, Dynasty. Online Dynasty in College Football 25 can accommodate up to 32 teams, and you can play with friends for up to 30 seasons.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'll probably just play and pause a little bit just so we can kind of stop and take our time to kind of review what we just watched together. So what I'm looking at is deleted. What's up, man? You finna take them Vols? Okay. Yeah, you got to get Tennessee right, man. Tennessee stuck in the mud right now. But so 30 players, 32 teams, I guess that's an online dynasty if you choose to do an online dynasty. I'm more of an offline type of person, but I'm definitely looking forward to doing at least one online dynasty with some friends or even with you guys when we connect through the Discord. But 30 seasons. I know in the previous editions we had about 60 seasons. So you were able to take your coach through 60 seasons in the dynasty. Now we have 30. So let's keep going.
Today we'll take a closer look at the new 12-team college football playoff, recruiting, the transfer portal, and a ton of customization options to make your program unique. College football has seen seismic changes over the past few years.
Did they mention if we'll be able to change the playoff format? But let's just keep listening. I'm not sure if he said that or not.
In EA Sports College Football 25, you can experience this new landscape while building your program the way you want. The 2024 season marks the debut of the new 12-team college football playoff.
Just take a look at that. Let's take a look at all of those teams. So getting into the playoffs after a 12-game regular season, let's just add a conference championship. That's 13 games, right? If you make it into the outer bracket, that's 1, 2, 3. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 extra games. If you make it to the Natty, so you're looking at a 17-game season as a national championship contender, or 13 to 15 games, which isn't bad, man. A lot more football is being played nowadays because of this expanded playoff.
And you can play it first in the game months before the real thing. You could be the first coach to lead your school through the new 12-team playoff and hoist the college football playoff trophy. Recruiting is the lifeblood of college football.
This is what we want to talk about right here. Let's get it.
And in a world of unlimited transfers, managing your dynasty...
It just looks good. I'm sorry I keep stopping it, but just understanding they did a really great job with the user interface and navigating and how it just looks. It looks like something I want to sit down and open up and play all day.
Roster has never been more important. Evaluate your needs and opportunities for talent upgrades at the start of each season. The best way to build a powerhouse is to recruit through the high school ranks. So let's fill up your recruiting board.
All right. So if I'm taking a look at this, I'm going to expand my screen on my OBS real quick so I can see a little bit better. Let me get rid of this for a second. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now I can see. So what's good, Crazy? Welcome in, bro. He says I'm starting OX or OC, offensive coordinator, and not recruit until I'm a head coach. I can dig it, man. I think that'll be smart. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing some of these screens. So what does that say? Scholarship offer. Okay. So yeah, let's keep going. Here we go.
Each year, over 3,500 high school recruits are generated from all over the country, with certain regions representing real-world hotspots for blue-chip talent, like South Florida and Metro Atlanta. Do research to find recruits that best fit your program
It just looks really
and
good,
determine
man.
who you can realistically land.
The scouting. So that's something interesting right there. I remember they said something about not being able to scout to 100%. But yeah, I know what you meant, Crazy. You're going to be an OC. Let me see. Morale. Okay, so we have a couple of things here that we can look at, such as the morale. We see fast forward up here so I can look at it with you guys. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. So we have mentals. That's really dope. Not morale. I said the wrong word. So just looking at this screen, man, we really have some interesting. Here, I'll do this too. I'll just do what I did last time. There you go. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Make it easy for everybody's eyes to see. That underneath there. Boom, there we go. All right, so we got to the right, we have mentals, road dog. Pretty dope. So you got the development trait, you have the mentals, you have the abilities. Really, really nice. Let me take this confetti off. My bad, guys. I got a lot going on the screen. All right, so really, really dope, man. Just wanted to sit still for a second so I can actually see what I'm looking at. And of course, we broke some of this down last night in terms of just the interface of the recruiting pages. Scouting 80%. I'm gonna take it back a little bit so we can see what he just said and how he did it. Let's go right here.
To find recruits that, so let's fill up your recruiting board. Each year, over 3,500 high school recruits are generated from all over the country, with certain regions representing real-world hotspots for blue chip.
Okay, we can see to the right. Let's look at these players underneath. You see like tendency, receiving back, of course, height and weight, class, hometown, and position. And we see there, of course, their national, state, and position ranks, of course. But the tendency is really, really nice. I hope the tendencies are very spread out. I hope we get a lot of different looks in terms of what type of players that are generated in the pool of recruits. So let's just keep going.
Talent, like
we got pipelines. Yeah, okay.
South Florida and Metro Atlanta. Do research to find recruits that best fit your program and determine who you can realistically land. A recruit's interest in your school is decided by 14 different pitch grades like proximity to home, playing time, and brand exposure.
Okay.
So you'll need to discover how your program's pitch grades align with your recruit's desires.
So these pitches are actually just images or associated to the motivations that we see to the right. Of course, that makes sense.
Different pitch grades like proximity to home, playing time, and brand exposure.
Gotcha.
So you'll need to discover how your program's pitch grades align with your recruit's desires. In addition to
contact friends and family. I wanted to read that too. Make some calls to the player's family and close friends to learn much more about what they value. Influence gain. Okay. Interesting. So does that unlock more about the player's interest, or is that just a boost thing that we do? A thing that just boosts our positioning in terms of them being interested? We'll see.
the scouting for talent. Some players have a deal breaker requirement, and if your program cannot provide, the recruit will lock you out.
Locked out.
Deal breakers.
Let me go back. I just want to see that one more time.
Recruit will lock you out.
Fall. Here we go.
Some players have a deal breaker requirement.
Deal breaker. Let me move my camera over to just for a second. So it says playing time. You have a C plus. He needs a B minus. So you got to be locked in. Okay, that makes sense. I just wanted to actually read it and see what it says. Deal breaker. Okay, and that's the symbol that we see to the right. Okay, interesting. All right, here we go.
And if your program cannot provide, the recruit will lock you out. Deal breakers also drive a player's decision to enter the transfer portal. Monitor at-risk players and get...
Okay. Here's the management of our players in terms of their risk of transferring. Okay. So players at risk, of course, you see the name overall, position, risk of transfer. It looks like you got about, this team has what? I'm not sure how many teams. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 players. Plus one more player's view my school screen. So it's going to be interesting to see how many guys on your team are at risk of transferring, and at what point are they most likely going to transfer? Is it in the orange, or do they have to be in the red? It's dope, nonetheless.
Get one last chance to convince your favorites to stay. Track your recruits as they narrow down their top schools. Pitch a prospect to gain more interest.
Whoa, I just saw something interesting, guys. Let me go back real quick right here. Staying pro draft. Okay. So
narrow down.
Do you guys see to the right where it says, okay, so let's look at the screen, right? You got the school, the influence. It says top 3. It has the offer. It has visit, but then you see P tier, which looks like pipeline tier. Pipeline tier. I just wonder what that means. Don't know what it means. It's different colors. Something to find out. Okay, so here we go.
Their top schools. Pitch a prospect to gain more interest, and then set up school visits when the...
let's read what that means.
And then...
Of course, we got the Dynasty Deep Dive article coming, but I want to be able to read it as I'm looking at it. So, soft sell. I was wondering what this meant. It says awards a moderate amount of influence when choosing the correct ideal pitch, with a lower penalty for being wrong. Okay, so this is a safe bet on a player. Best when you have some idea of what the recruit wants from your school. So I think what this does, it enables you to not use as many points, but still being able to sell a more moderate amount of influence. What's it say? With a lower penalty. So if we're wrong, we don't get hurt as much. You know what I'm saying? So it's the safest bet, it looks like, when we're trying to pitch these recruits. Let's keep going.
Set up school visits when the timing is right. It's crucial.
Just want to see what that
visits.
Says. All right, set up visits, activity, when
the timing is right.
Activity, complimentary visits, game details, win, loss. Gotcha.
Right.
We've seen some of these things
It's
before.
crucial to remain in their top 10, then 8, then 5, to finally be part of their top 3. As a recruit trims down to the top 8, you can attempt to increase your appeal. If your school doesn't have exactly what the...
Ooh, okay. Now this looks like some little details to dive into. Let's go.
Increase your appeal. If your school...
Let's pause it there. Okay. Let's take a look at this screen. Looks like somebody's playing with Marshall. And they have a recruit up. Brand exposure. Brand exposure is a measure of how much attention your program gets relative to the rest of the country, of course. Appear in more nationally televised games and games of the week to increase this grade. Can't read today, guys. How to improve. So it tells us right here the parameters in which upgrades these school grades. So for brand exposure, the way we can upgrade them is national championship games played, impact very high. They have no wins and no appearances. Okay, so playoff games, games of the week played, national TV games played. If we won them, it looks like if we win those games, that has an impact. And streaming, interesting, streaming games played. Never seen that before. That's new. Very, very cool. I like it.
School doesn't have exactly what the prospect is looking for, you can try to sway their opinion in your favor.
All right.
Plan
Another piece that we can look at. Lane, what's good, man? Happy Tuesday to you, man.
increase your appeal.
We're just
If your school doesn't have exactly what the prospect is looking for, you can try to sway.
we're just breaking down the gameplay, not gameplay trailer, the deep dive Dynasty trailer. Eventually we'll be having this article up in a minute. That's what I've been trying to find. But appreciate you hopping in, man. If you haven't liked this video, please go ahead and do so, man, and subscribe to the channel where we do all things sim sports gaming. All right. So we see here Devontae Mark. So we have something else when it says recruiting. Sway, let's see what that means. If successful, this will add your chosen ideal pitch as the recruit's ideal pitch for your school only. Easier to sway when your part of the prospect of the proposed pitch matches the recruit's ideal pitch. Easier to sway. Okay, so it's basically upgrading their feeling or their sentiment about a certain aspect. So if it's campus lifestyle, if it's an F, it might not be worth upgrading. Well, no, if your school's campus lifestyle is an A+, and their interest is really low, you could probably sway them because you have an actual good campus lifestyle. But if it's a C, it may not do as much damage. I'm just guessing. I'm still looking for this deep dive article, guys. So, but let me know your thoughts, man. My man Zaire says, as a head coach, can we make our own schedule? I think you can, yes. I did hear that custom schedules are able to be done in Dynasty, all right? So let's go back to this video again.
Either opinion in your favor. Plan visits that elevate a recruit's experience, like pairing a
Okay.
that elevate.
Plan visits. So we can take actions. We can add actions here when they're doing their visits. So we have add action. What's that? Visit. Active action. Send the house. Scholarship offer. Okay. So just taking a look at it in real time. Okay, and then you choose your week, of course.
A recruit's experience.
So at Michigan, Michigan State at Michigan. That's gonna be a tough game for them to try to win. Complimentary. We've seen this in NCAA 14. Complimentary visits. This looks like a quarterback. So you send the tight end and 2 wide receivers to go and do the same visits where they can all bond and gel. You have you have more influence on a positive visit. What's up? Yo, VZ, what's good, man? Listen, I'm stumbling over my words like crazy this morning because it's so much information. I'm hyped, but at the same time, I'm trying to do my job and take my time with this rundown, man. I don't even know if the blog is out yet because I've been looking for it. Let me know, guys, in the chat if you see the vlog. If so, man, drop the link, man, so I can I'll post it up here. We can run through it.
Like pairing a quarterback visit with a wide receiver visit at the same time. It's crucial.
Okay, what's this here? The transfer portal. So remember, the transfer portal is locked out until the off season. So obviously, this is the off season. And man, you have a lot of 3- and 2-star transfers. So let's see. You got name, rating, interest, stage, open. Okay, state, and previous team. Okay.
To keep an eye on the transfer portal when it opens in the offseason to round out your roster with talent you couldn't land from recruiting. Add portal prospects to your board just like you would with recruiting, but expect quick decisions as transfers have a shorter timeline to land a new home.
Okay, so now I get it. So open, stage open, top 5. I got you. So open is probably the very beginning of them and their recruiting journey. Got you. So, all right.
Home.
I love
Conference realignment is a hot topic in college football. And with
I think I have this screen. I think it resized by itself. That's my fault, guys. That is on me. But let's get it right now. I'm doing this in real time for you fellas. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Where's it at? There we go. We in there. Here we go.
Custom conferences in EA Sports College Football 25, Dynasty is yours to control. See what a 20-team super conference might look like.
20 teams?
Or
Bruh, 20 teams? It's already 18 and 17, and that's OD. 20 teams in a conference is crazy. Anyway.
Revert to the traditional conference alignment. Shape the conference size and...
Okay, let's take a look at this real quick, guys. So we've got divisions. So we can bring back divisions in these conferences, East and West or North, South. Division names, of course, or you're up to, I guess you can do what, 2 divisions, right? I would think that's it. Number of conference games played for each team. Conference championship game on, yeah. Game location, nice. So they do have the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So they do have some NFL stadiums in this game, which is nice. Championship game, selection criteria, top teams by conference record. You can change the criteria. Nice, I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go. Keep going.
Membership and set custom conference rules, set up divisions and more. Once you've settled your conference options, it's time to select your team. Begin with a highly ranked team and dominate at the top with repeat recruiting and playoff success. Or build from the ground up with a smaller program and prove you have what it takes to go from an unknown to postseason favorite. We can't talk about your dynasty without
Okay, let's see something there. That's the coach creation window right there, guys. All right. So, info, appearance, apparel. Got your name. You got your offensive and defensive playbooks, of course. Your alma mater. You got your. Ooh, now this is dope right here. This is a dope addition. Creating your coach pipeline. Y'all see this? Fire. That's fire, man. I wish I had I got to get my Stream Deck back popping on here so I could do my fire emoji. But that's fire. So going into your coaching career, you can already have a relationship to the state that you that you may have coached in, your alma mater. So I feel like that's a really, really dope head start to understanding where you want to start coaching. So if you're going to start coaching at Memphis, you know what I'm saying? It'd be wise to put Tennessee as your pipeline. You know what I'm saying? Make it all make sense. Make it all cohesive. Very good, very good. Adaptive AI, balanced, interesting. Adaptive AI. So is that aggressive, balanced, and conservative, I guess? No huddle style. And of course, your offensive and defensive aggressiveness. Pretty cool, guys.
Dynasty without talking about your starting job. Start as an offensive or defensive coordinator and climb the ranks to head coach, or take over a program as the head coach right away. Choose from one of the...
All right, here we go right here. Move me out of the way. So we got motivator, recruiter, and tactician. Right here, so motivator, let's read that. Get your players to play their best by boosting their ratings and composure. Nobody has it better than us. Okay, that's pretty plain right there. That's what I was thinking. Both composure and their ratings are boosted. And I wonder if that's in game, or I wonder if that's in just overall training as they progress in progression. So, recruiter, Jimmys and Joes, not X's and O's. It's funny, man. All right, so Jimmys and Joes, not X's and O's. You scout faster and recruit better than any other type of coach. Okay? Makes sense? Makes sense? I believe that's going to be the majority of you guys. I think most of you guys are going to pick recruiter. That's what I'm guessing. And lastly, we got tactician. Boosts your players' ratings on game day. Okay. Now I got it. So boost your players' ratings on game day. Scheme up the big plays and let the visor fly. Let the visor fly. All right, guys. So there it is right there. That's it right there, man. You have motivator, recruiter, and tactician all laid out right there. It's not in specifics. What's this article? I gotta find the article. But the motivator looks like it's tailored for progression of a player and how he actually, his overall, that is basically in a solid state, right? Tactician is in-game performances. So Game day boosts to your players' ratings is what takes place. Of course, recruiter is you get to scout faster, so you get to uncover the details of the players that you're potentially getting at a quicker rate, and recruit better. So I wonder if that also helps with the influence part. Are you able to influence players even more than other schools or other coaches because you're a recruiter? I would think so. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
3 base coaching types to start. Your coach type will determine what coaching skill tree you start with. From there, the ability.
All right.
Tree you.
All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Gotta slow down, man. Slow it down. Coach abilities. Let's just take a look at this real quick, man. So we got our coach here, Mr. Greg Malone, taking over for Michigan, and he's the head coach. Got the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. So it looks like the player is the head coach of this team. So he is a master motivator. Can get anyone to run through a brick wall. Archetype perk. So there's some perks here as it pertains to the coach's archetype. So let's grow. Bigger XP gain whenever a player levels up. Wow, man. So listen, we talked about this. I'm going to touch on the other things, but we spoke about this, guys, when we were talking about building the coaching philosophy, and our recruiting strategies and all of those things. They all revolve around each other. I think it's going to be really fun having this sandbox to, let's just say, when you have a smaller school like Coastal Carolina, let's say Florida International, and you may not get the top recruits out of Florida, but you can get, the things that you can get the crumbs, basically, that, you know what I'm saying, that fall off the side of the table. And when you scoop those up, would you rather be a better recruiter for your state or from your in-state, or would you rather get the talent you can get and make sure that you're one of those coaches that can make them play at a maximized level? And from time to time, depending on how well your school does, once your school and your program performs well, you'll have better players that want to come to that school naturally. But you're already there at the caliber of a winning team. Now you can make these players actually play better. And I think Jim Harbaugh was a great coach as that. Yes, he got great players, but he coached these guys. And some of these guys that stood out at Michigan in his tenure there were not highly, yes, they were great players from where they were from, but they were not all blue chippers. Some of these guys waited their time as redshirt juniors and sophomores and seniors to have their opportunity at Michigan. And he was able to convince them to stay at Michigan, to trust the process and the program, and develop these guys. They have the biggest, I want to say, they might be behind Georgia now, but they have one of the largest weight room facilities. All of their stuff is to the player's disposal for their development. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting into that program, and I think being a motivator is probably, in my opinion, the best coaching archetype in this game. Just saying it now. I could be wrong. By the time I get my hands on the game, we'll see. But I love this. So we have our coaching tree here. We have our web. Looks like a bunch of here. Some are in like an inner circle. You have a few more that are outside of that circle. Wonder what that means. Y'all let me know what you think. All right, let's keep it moving.
Start with. From there, the abilities you acquire.
Okay, so we got Master Motivator. We have some abilities. Looks like 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4. Don't know what that means, but let's see here. Passing game quarterback. Purchase upgrades for your quarterbacks. Tier 1, extra gear. Quarterbacks. QBs get boosts for toughness, stamina, and injury. Okay. Tier 2, icy veins. Quarterbacks start games with a composure boost. Tier 3, put in work. Quarterbacks get an off-season. So we got off-season training. Let's get it. Now, I wonder how detailed it's going to be, but we definitely have that off-season training boost. And the last one says quarterbacks start the fourth quarter hot in close games. So we have different kinds of That's solid, because let me say this. Of course, you see the composure boost, or you see the off-season training, boost the toughness, stamina, injury. But then we have things that also apply to in-game scenarios, like icy veins, locked in, start the fourth quarter. That can also pair with the tactician. So it looks like he has some tactician-esque abilities within this master motivator archetype. Let's keep going.
As you progress will determine what kind of coach you develop into. Unlock additional skill trees with unlock abilities you acquire as you progress will determine what kind of coach you
architect. So there are levels, just like my boy VZ mentioned in his video. Shout out to Man Cave Gaming. Go ahead and subscribe to my boy's channel. But he said that they're just like we have badges in 2K, we got Scott O'Gallagher. So I'm sure that he probably presented as the gameplay lead on this game badges for players. Or badges even for coaches, excuse me. So we have Master Motivator, which was gold, and now we have purple, which would be like a Hall of Fame badge, which is our architect. Master at getting the most out of their players within a scheme. Archetype perk, legacy, yearly XP for records held by a player you coached. Wow. Okay, so you just get points just because. Okay, let's keep going.
Develop into. Unlock additional skill trees with better abilities. Or, if you build up multiple skill trees, you can unlock hybrid trees that leverage a more diverse skill set.
All right, here we go.
The coaching
that look like
skill trees, you can unlock hybrid trees that leverage.
Scheme Guru, all right? So, passing game. Let's see. Purchase upgrades for your quarterback. So, same thing. What can tacticians do for their quarterbacks? Mobile QB ratings boost. Boosts to throw on the run and change of direction. Okay. Tier 2. Boosts throw under pressure and break sacks. Okay. Mobile quarterback rating boost 2. Boosts to spin, juke, and ball carrier vision. So this can really work well for, if you got a mobile quarterback, if you run an option. Okay. Tier 4, passing and quarterback ratings boost. Boosts to short and medium accuracy. So we got some boosts here. I wonder how much of a boost it is. But understand, I believe that these boosts in game still can fluctuate, because that was one of the things they talked about when it came to the gameplay deep dive, was how these players would actually fluctuate in ratings during that game. So let's keep moving.
A more diverse skill set. The coaching carousel is an important part of every coach's
new coach preferences. I just want to read that real quick. I just want to see this Windows. Primary archetype is strategist. Alma mater, no. Okay, so I guess is this school that coach's alma mater? Okay. Offensive scheme, defensive scheme, previous head coach, top candidates. Pretty simple to read that.
Journey. Whether you're the head man at your dream school or working your way up, the carousel is your way of...
Man, EA took all of the things that are familiar and that we loved about these games and really did a good job of putting all of these things visually, and so that we can understand what we're looking at. We all know what this screen is. This is just our coaching record over time. So it still looks good. They took things that worked, upgraded it. So that's awesome. Let's keep going.
Fielding offers from other programs. Head coaches in Dynasty can actively manage their coordinator positions.
Good. We can manage our coordinators. That was a question by one of you guys, I want to say yesterday. So there it is. You're able to manage your assistant coaches and their trees as well.
So if one of your staff takes a job elsewhere, or you decide to cut ties for other reasons, you can use the carousel to replace them. Remember, even the greatest coaches need support, and every coach has a unique skill tree. It's important to think about how you want to build your staff, whether that's doubling down on your existing strengths to max out your benefits, or seeking out balance for a well-rounded staff.
Commanders?
Choose wisely. The decisions you make
Washington
here
Commanders,
will
like he's
matter to
coming
your
from the NFL.
program's success.
Am I tripping, guys?
Choose wisely.
Look
The
at
how you want to build your staff, whether
that's Washington Commanders, man. That's pretty dope if you can get NFL quarterbacks who are coming down to the college level.
doubling down on your existing strengths to max out your benefits, or seeking out balance for a well-rounded staff. Choose wisely. The decisions you make here will matter to your program's success and your coach's progression. The benefits of coach talents are
See
stackable.
that XP window right there. I just want to look at that too. Really, very clean, man. Very clean graphics. I think it's probably the guys who did college football revamped who really put some elbow grease into these interfaces, man. It looks really, really good, really fun, very interactive. So looks like we can get on up to some levels, man, some coaching levels. Let's keep going.
Progression. The benefits of coach talents are stackable. So if your head coach and defensive coordinator have the same ability, the impact for that ability will be greater. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into Dynasty mode in EA
All right,
Sports
man.
College Football 25. To make
Looks
it game
great.
day every day this season, pre-order the MVP
Looks
bundle.
great, guys. Wow, man. So, yo, man, I think that this was a really successful run of just them slow dripping the information because it's working, you know. So that was good, man. I'm gonna probably end this video because I want to do another. I want to actually do a real YouTube video going through the deep dive. Once I read it, I'm gonna have to read it first. It's just so much, man. I'd love to pull it up here, but dude, man, how do y'all feel about this game? How do you feel about the information that's already given? And listen, man, we're gonna share all this stuff again. Most likely, if I don't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, man, I'm locked in. I hope you guys are as well. Man, just stay tuned because we're gonna definitely be doing in the Discord. I will be starting pulling in different players or different people to get their online dynasties open once this game comes out. So let me know if you're interested. Join the Discord too, man. The link is in the description of this video. And yeah, bro. Yeah, man. So shout out to all you guys in the chat too, bro. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, man. We're you know, we breaking some ground here, man. We weathered the storm and we got the game that we wanted. This one is for the vets. And so yeah, man. So much love to everybody, man. Listen, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Go read that book of an article. I'm about to do the same, and I will most likely have another video for you guys tomorrow. If not, I'll just be going live. We'll discuss. All right. Appreciate it. It's King Sim Kits on Let's Discuss.